And today, it's a fundraising first for a local nonprofit called Battle Buddies of the Carolinas. This group will host the Snowflake Ball on Friday. They're calling it a night of elegance and giving. It's to raise money for the organization that's dedicated to providing service dogs for veterans in need. You're seeing some video from a previous fundraiser. I got to sit down with the founder of the organization, Joanne Creed, and her husband, service dog Swayze, to learn more about Friday's big night.
This is our first ball that we're having. We've had other dinners, but this is one of the biggest events we've had. We run all solely on donations and sponsorships, and it costs approximately $10,000 to sponsor each puppy before it goes to a veteran. So this is a big night for us, and we're very excited to have David Waterhouse from the movie Ranger will be our main speaker. Silent auction, live band, open bar, and a beautiful dinner at Clemson University.
Yeah, so much to look forward to. Speaking of that special guest, David Waterhouse, he was featured in that documentary Ranger. I know we've spoken to him here on Fox Carolina. What can guests expect to hear from his story?
His story is so inspiring, and I think it just shows how much better we have to do when our veterans or soldiers come back from combat, and what we can do to help them. And having a service dog is just one way to help them. It's a tool for recovery. So this is one way we can help it. His story is amazing, and I think people will be just in awe and totally inspired by his talk.
And Battle Buddies as an organization, you and your husband started this some years ago.
13.
Tell us about that and how you were inspired to create such an incredible community to provide these wonderful dogs for people and veterans who need it the most.
Right. Well, we started it 13 years ago. We actually had been just volunteering and training dogs for mobility for people in wheelchairs, and kind of got hooked on that and did that a while. And then our oldest son, Ryan, was serving in the 82nd Airborne, and that's how we started learning about PTSD and traumatic brain injuries. And we thought, what can we do? So we took what we learned and went back and learned some more and got really specifically trained how to train service dogs for PTSD. And we started with one dog named Cammy. And we're about 45 dogs later and 13 years. And we've since, in the last 5 years, partnered with Clemson University, and their veterinary students are actually raising the puppies. And then John and I come in and do the final training with the veterans.
Wow. And that's been a game changer, providing more dogs for more veterans.
Absolutely. The students are amazing. They're not 90% of them are veterinary students, some are other degrees, but they are so committed. And they are wonderful with these puppies, and they have a trainer come down there every Friday night to work with them, and they have to check in, they have to pass certain testing, and the program has just kind of really exploded there. Whereas we can only do 3, maybe a year, we're doing 7 to 8 dogs a year for veterans, so it's literally been a game changer.
Yeah, incredible to see how it's expanded. And finally, how can people get involved with Battle Buddies and with this event on Friday as well? But I know it's a nonprofit, as you mentioned, and it's solely donations. So what can we do?
If you want to come to the event, there's still tickets available on our website, battlebuddiescarolinas.org. If you want to volunteer or come to any other events, we have a contact page and also a volunteer page on our website. And that would be the best way. But we can always use volunteers at different events and things like that. So we have quite a few more events coming up this year, a golf tournament and a cornhole tournament. So
hey, the more
it's busy.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, and there's always puppies there.
I was going to say that is going to draw some people out, of course, to experience the love from these service dogs and the work that y'all do. I believe we have the full screen information for the event. 6 o'clock, doors open Friday. Those tickets still available, as you mentioned, on Clemson University's campus. Goes to such a great cause. So much fun with the dancing, the music, and of course the guest speaker, just to inspire other people around us. Joanne Creed, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks to Swayze for being here too. Just bringing smiles to all of our faces.
That's a good boy.
And now